If you're thinking about moving to Delray Beach, Florida, I'm going to give you 9 reasons why you're going to hate it here. Hey, it's J-Dub, Mr. Downtown Delray, here with eXp Realty in Delray Beach, Florida. And if this is your first time on my channel and you want to learn everything there is about how to live, work, or chill here, go ahead, subscribe to my channel and thwack that bell so you're notified every time a new video drops. People just like you are contacting me on a weekly basis wanting to know everything about this place. If that's you, text me, call me, drop me an email. And today I'm putting together the top 9 things of what's going to drive you crazy about this place, and you're not going to believe what number 1 is, so stick around. Number 9 is this place is flat, man. If you're coming from a place, let's say in the mountains of New York or in the hillsides of Pennsylvania, the Appalachians, or if you're coming from California or Oregon, or get lots of calls from people in Colorado where there's lots of mountains and geography, this place is flat. I came from Southern California and I remember moving to Chicago, and after about 2 years of living in Chicago, I was like, oh my God, what's driving me crazy? It was flat. Unless you were in a high-rise in downtown on the 85th floor looking over everything, I was blown away by how flat Chicago is. Well, guess what? Florida is flat. I think the highest elevation of this place in Delray is like 8 feet. It's crazy. Number 8 is, it's our fresh air. I mean, I'm sorry, if you're from like Utah or Georgia or even Colorado or Connecticut or California, places where there's lots of smog or just really bad inversion layers where the air is really bad and you just cough a lot, and if you come from those areas where it's just bad air, but you want to move to Delray where there's gorgeous fresh air and the wind is usually blowing and there's nothing to hold it in and there's no inversion and we're just surrounded by ocean and you can just breathe well, you don't want to be in Delray. Number 7 is the humidity in the summer. I mean, if you're a guy and you've got to wear long sleeve shirts, or God forbid if you got to wear a jacket, that ain't happening. Polo shirts like this one, standard. And if you're a girl with long hair and you like to get it all dolled up, My wife, all summer long, she's got long hair, pull it back. It is hot and humid, and for you folks to come from other places that are not so humid, I mean, Arizona, oh, but it's a dry heat. Well, guess what? Here in Florida, it's a wet heat. It's got both of those things. So when it comes June, July, August here, and it is raining and it is hot, it is sticky, man. Up next is, if you're not a seafood person, forget it. I mean, this is Florida, for God's sakes. The water is warm, the fish are fresh. If you like to try things like grouper, there's all sorts of colored groupers. If you want to do ceviche, or you want to do raw, or if you want to broil it, or if you want to put it on the barbecue, or you want to have friends over and make sashimi out of tuna, I don't know. There's hundreds of different types of fish and seafood, and that's what we do here. Delray Beach and the surrounding areas have restaurants all over the place with seafood. So if you don't like seafood, I'm not sure if we're going to be friends. But if you don't like seafood, this place isn't going to be for you. But if you're a meat eater, or maybe you just want to become a pescatarian or something, take a look at the video I did up here with Captain Clay and Son Seafood Market. Wow, I've got to give a shout out to those guys. Number 5 is the population is exploding in Florida. Now take a look. California has almost 40 million. Texas, almost 30 million. Florida, over 21 million. New York, almost 20 million. But here's the thing. Florida is getting more than 1,000 people a day moving here. That's right. Imagine the city of Orlando that has 350,000 people. Florida is producing a brand new Orlando every stinking year. So if you don't like a lot of people here, they're coming here for what? Low taxes, great weather, retirement. This is not going to stop in my lifetime. So if you want to live here, you've got to deal with the people. All right, we're halfway through. Now, number 4 are the country clubs. There's country clubs everywhere. Florida was built on country clubs. People wanted to come here retiring, live the good life, whether it was golf, social life, food, tennis, you name it. But I'll tell you what, they are all over the place. And there's some country clubs that are equity membership, There's some that are mandatory, that are non-equity. Some have high HOAs. Some allow for people to come in and just join for the summer for a cheap rate to play golf and use the facilities. Some have beach clubs that are very expensive. Some that don't have beach clubs. There's lots of different types of country clubs here. But if you're someone who just wants to live in a single family house without any of the HOAs and all the rules and the memberships, well, you're gonna have to deal with it because this place just has a lot of country clubs. Number 3 are the summer thunderstorms. Now earlier I talked about summer humidity, which is different. And I hate to beat up on summer because really summer is quite nice. Less crowds, less freeway congestion. You kind of get your city back. But thunderstorms are nuts. And here in Florida, we don't get what we call storms. Up in Northwest and California and Chicago, we have storms that blow through and you can see them coming through and they last 1, 2, 3 days. Here we've got these tropical thunderstorms that last 10, 15, 20 minutes and they absolutely pound rain, man. You can't plan for these things. You'll be driving along and all of a sudden you see a dark cloud and you're like, uh-oh. And before you know it, you went from 65 miles an hour to 0 in like snap. So when you drive here, one of the most important things to do is, use your blinkers, use your hazards, use common sense, give a lot of space in between people because when water is coming down at like an inch or 2 every 15 to 20 minutes, thunderstorms can be brutal. Number 2, if you don't like the arts, you're not gonna like Delray. Right at the hub of our city is the Cornell Museum at Old School Square. It's where the center is. There you can take all sorts of art classes, from photography to writing to publishing, you name it. They've got an online list of everything you can take all throughout the year. But also, this is a writer's mecca. This is a photographer's mecca. This is where people come and do street work. There's alleys and little nooks and crannies throughout the area where there's murals and people do artwork. On the sides of commercial buildings, people paint these beautiful things on Atlantic Avenue and up and down Pineapple Grove. All throughout the year, there's craft fairs. They'll shut down Atlantic Avenue for a whole weekend, even 4-day weekends, and it'll just be nothing but artists all up and down the street. On 4th Avenue, Northeast 4th Avenue, they'll shut that thing down, it seems like twice a month during the high season for people to come up and enjoy the arts. So if you don't like artwork and the arts in general, stay away. Coming in at number 1 is food, tourism, and entertainment. If you're one of those people who wants to come to Delray and just hang at your house, make your own food at home, live a really relaxed and quiet life, no, that's not why you're coming here. Delray is positioning itself to be a top touristic destination, dining, as well as entertainment mecca. It's already happening. Atlantic Avenue is a place to be seen. And right now they've got places like Delray Marketplace, which is bringing in 2021, this year, bringing in a building with 35 Epicurean, wonderful food establishments. Up and down Atlantic Avenue, just this past year, I think 5 new food eateries have opened, and that was during COVID. They were still expanding and bringing new places. Up on 3rd and 3rd, we have new places. On Pineapple Grove, it's growing like crazy. And even out west on Atlantic Avenue, the plans for the next 10 years are going to be entertainment, tourism, and more food. So if you don't like food, don't move here. Otherwise, come on down. Did I scare you away from moving to Delray Beach? Good. Now, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. And if you want to learn about things that are great about Delray, on this next video I did here, it talks about the 10 things that will make you love this place. So if you want to learn more about that, please join me over here. See you next time.